Good morning. Happy May Monday. God, I'm gonna try to do this without crying because I'm really getting tired of editing these video diaries and just watching myself cry nonstop. I've been doing a lot of processing and feeling and it's hard, but you know what? This is exactly, I think, the work that I needed to do. I'm gonna do my best. Second, please. Okay. All right, girlies. There's no shame in crying, first of all. It's part of life. It's part of humanhood, okay? So I am, for the love of everything good and green, trying to stop making myself feel bad for feeling. But let's talk about some of the things I'm processing through this breakup. I don't even know why I'm putting on makeup. I'm just gonna cry it off. But I have been a little gremlin for far too long, and I just feel like I need to do something to make myself feel pretty. Thank God for waterproof mascara. Yeah, it's hard. I'm struggling most days, but I'm also like weirdly doing okay. I don't know. It's difficult to explain. I feel like we're just gonna jump right into it, if that's cool with you. Cool? Okay. So my boyfriend and I were together for about 8 years, and I had just kind of sort of gotten out of a relationship with somebody else. And when that relationship, I had just gotten out of a 4-year relationship actually. And when that relationship ended, I had a little bit of a situationship shortly after, start up with a guy. And then I moved out to California where I met my boyfriend of 8 years and almost immediately fell in love with the guy. I really did try to fight it, but I fell fast and hard. Took everything I knew previously about being in a relationship and applied it to this new relationship. Unfortunately for both of us, what I knew previously from relationships was try to be the perfect girlfriend, try to be into the things that he's into, laugh at his jokes, be interested in him, and try not to talk too much about yourself and take up as little space as possible. Obviously now, I know that that did not benefit the relationship, but I tried so hard. And it backfired, of course, because you can't be happy and you can't make someone happy by pretending to be something else. They're either going to see right through it or you're going to burn out and start to resent them. And I never doubted that he loved me. What I was starting to doubt was myself. It's going to be really hard to get ready if all I do is cry. But it's okay. These are just processing tears. It's fine. This is part of it. All good. But yeah, it really backfired, and it was really stressful for I think both of us because I started to believe that I was disgusting. I was repulsive. And so for the first time pretty much ever, I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Like I feel gross, like there's something wrong with me, like I'm unlovable. After a while, it kind of felt like we were talking in circles, and I felt like, all right, either we're just not the right fit, or there's something seriously wrong with me that I have not yet worked on. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm trying really hard not to use that language while going through this. Because there's nothing wrong with me. There isn't. I had other needs that weren't getting met. And when we finally decided to end things, when I finally decided to end things, I just felt like I need love, and I need it the way that I need it, and I didn't feel like I could receive it in the relationship, whether it was because I didn't have the ability to receive love because I didn't have the ability to love myself, or whether it was because he didn't have the ability to show me, the romance that I was looking for or hoping for. Whatever the case was, I just kind of felt like I need to take a step back and reevaluate. I really just felt so bad about myself. It was something that had been building up for years and years, and that's not all his blame to take. There was work that I hadn't done before the relationship that I didn't even realize I still needed to do, things to work on from my childhood that I thought I had worked through, but here they were resurfacing in my adult life. I felt like I often needed him to remind me that I was lovable. And that can be a lot of pressure on one person. I know that now because I'm all alone and I am the one person who has to bear that weight. Let's get to the processing part, shall we? I was definitely processing a lot more inner sadness because again, I was still processing lots of things that were coming up for me from my childhood. So it felt like I was drowning and I didn't want to drown, so I would instead numb. You know, I felt like garbage. I just felt like shit about myself, and there wasn't anything that anyone could say to pull me out of that. And now, almost a year after the breakup, I'm still feeling sad about it, which is so frustrating, but also to be expected. You know, when we broke up, we talked about how we're gonna take some time apart to heal, and one day we're gonna come back together and we're gonna be happy, better versions of ourselves. And it will be okay. It's always okay. It's just hard to know that he's doing well, which I would want nothing else for him. I hope to God he's happy for the rest of his days. He deserves that. But so do I, and it's really hard to see that it's possible for him, and it still feels impossible for me sometimes. And I am doing so much better since starting Project 30 and like giving my body and my brain something else to do that's not wallow. But it is still hard, you know, obviously. And for what it's worth, there is nothing wrong with the way that he loved me. I think he loved me truly and wholly to the best of his abilities, and I'm so grateful for our 8 years together. I don't know, I don't want to villainize him because he is not a bad person, and you know, I know it takes two to tango. I don't think either of us necessarily did anything wrong. I think that we just wanted different things at the time. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare to edit because I keep getting lost and losing my train of thought. I think that if it was meant to be, it'll be, you know? And maybe that means it just wasn't meant to be right now, you know, right girl, wrong time type of theory. If it turns out that we never end up back together, I need to be okay with that. And I know from like past relationships and experiences that I am queen of losing myself when I get into a relationship. Don't do that. This feels silly to even talk about sometimes because I am 9 months post-breakup. Like 9 months, you're usually well moved on by then. But again, I spent a lot of time in the beginning distracting myself, numbing myself, working through other things, and that was just so heavy on my mind and on my plate that I didn't have space to try to navigate the relationship as well because it just felt like my entire world was crumbling. But now that I've done a lot of work on that, and I think there will always be work to do on childhood trauma, it'll always take some amount of effort, especially given my experiences. And that's okay. It's work that I have always known I need to do pretty much every day. And I do, now that I have a little bit more space to do it, and now that I've worked through a lot of it, it's a lot easier to look at it and do the work. It's a lot easier to look at it and say, okay, this is my experience, this is not who I am. And so now that I have all this free space, I'm finally processing the breakup. And again, 9 months is plenty of time to heal. So it's hard to see him healed and to feel like I've just been doing so much work. And all I can think is it enough? Am I enough? But yes, I am. But that is okay. That is okay. We're processing, we're learning, we're growing, and we're gonna be okay. We're always okay. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of color to bring back some life because I feel like death. And that's all good, girlies. I know, it sucks, it's hard, but like, at least we can do it looking cute. Okay, I'm about as dressed as I'm gonna get because I'm gonna get all dirty anyway, so there's not really any point to wearing something cute. Let's go throw some pots. I think, whoa. I actually think this would be a really cute little candle holder, like a candle. I can build it into a candle, which is another hobby I've been practicing. Okay. I looked a lot better in the mirror than I feel like I do in this viewfinder. I felt cute like 10 minutes ago. What happened? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go get dressed because I want to go to the studio, pick up a couple things that should be ready by now. And I have to get dressed as if I'm going to hot yoga because I'm going to hot yoga. I really don't want to go, but I did promise myself for Project 30 that I would move my body for an hour a day, and I promised myself for life that I would be doing at least 2 minimum hot yoga classes or hot classes a week, and I've only gone to 1 this week, so I have to at least hit my minimum because it's Thursday, which is basically my Sunday. So this is the last day of the week for me. So I need to get another class in, so let's go get dressed for that. My baby hairs are going crazy, but my freckles are popping. Okay, I'm in the car, I'm on my way, but I just want to say, because I was looking back at some of these clips and I'm like, all right, cool. You watched me cry my eyes out this morning, and now I'm like, woohoo, yay, everything's great and dandy and sunshine and rainbows. And it's not, but I did feel a little better after throwing, and I think that's kind of the point here, is to like do something, anything that you know will make you feel even 1% better. I don't know, it's a roller coaster. Healing is not linear, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. That came out really cool. Hi!